Hey ladies, welcome back to the Dan Frampton channel. Today, I'll be your host. My name is Dan Frampton, and I thought we would do another tier list. And today, I want to talk about venues. And not just any venues, the venues that you would see in my show, Pit Pros. And just a disclaimer, I have never been to these venues. I have never been live to these live event places, okay? I don't know what the parking is like. I don't know what the gate is like. I don't know what the amenities are like. I don't know what the bathrooms are like. That's not what this is about. This is about what are the best venues to watch sets from, to see the slamming, to see the moshing, and to see the stage diving from my perspective. So what are my favorite venues for my show Pit Pros? That's what we're going to be talking about today. But to my American viewers out there, I want you to tell me how many of these venues you've actually been to. And how did I actually do ranking these from your perspective? And we're going to start with a venue from Philadelphia. This is the First Unitarian Church. And everybody knows this venue because of the iconic carpet that you see on the stage. Now I'll tell you right away, I love this venue. I don't know what it's like to go to this venue, but all the sets that I watch from here are so fucking cool. So because of how iconic it is, it's going up here in the near perfect tier. The only thing keeping it from GOAT is I think there are some better ones out there. The next venue we're going to talk about is a venue from California called Program Skate and Sound. It's a skate shop and a record shop, and it's what I call a flat ground venue. That means a venue without any stages. So you're not going to see any stage diving. But the crowds that usually gather at this venue are of the utmost passionate in all of the scene. And as you can see in the clip that we're watching here from the Zulu set, people are not afraid to slam around this fucking venue. I love how lit up it is. I love how much you can see. It really brings you into the pit and you feel the energy and you feel the passion every time you watch a band play a set in this venue. I love Program Skate and Sound, and even though it is a little bit restrictive because you can't do the stage diving, in my opinion, it is a GOAT tier venue. Okay, the next venue we're going to talk about is one of the more notable venues on this channel. We're going to be talking about the Peace and Justice Center in San Jose. Now, when I first saw this venue in this very video, the tsunami video, I was sure that it was just some rich hardcore kid's parents were away for the weekend, so they threw a show. That's the vibe that you get from this venue. I love how tight and fucking dangerous everything seems in this venue. It's really well lit, but you know, you can't really get some good camera angles in it. You're really stuck into one spot as we watch Hugsy go nuts fucking back here in the fucking circle. But because how much this fucking venue means to this channel and how much fun it is to watch any band play in it, I have to put it right here in the near perfect tier, even though it isn't like the biggest or craziest or most well-known venue in the whole world. Next up is Anaheim's Chain Reaction. This venue is one of those venues that when bands play, they feel like they made it. They're like, I had a set at Chain Reaction and it was so sick. But I gotta say that the sets from this venue are never lit the way that I like to see for my videos. You know, they are lit like live concerts are normally lit, you know, with the house lights all down and fucking like this blue atmospheric light, and it makes it hard to see the slamming, it makes it hard to see the band, and because of all that, I have a hard time naming the moves and naming the slammers and getting a good feel for their personalities and getting a good feel for what's actually going on in the venue because it's cast in like this shadow, okay? But when bands play Chain Reaction, they normally like amp up their game a little bit because they know they're playing Chain Reaction. But to me, I'm sorry guys, Chain Reaction is just a mid venue. We're gonna stay in California here a little bit, but we're gonna go to Los Angeles and talk about the 1720 Warehouse. I love the 1720 Warehouse, and if I was a band, I would love to play this thing. Look how big and roomy this stage is. Look how big and roomy the area for like moshing and standing is. It's an amazing venue. It's so big, it's so open, it looks so freeing and fun, like you can do any kind of stage diving or any kind of moshing that you want to do. Bands have the freedom to go as nuts as they want to go. I don't know, dude, the 1720 1720 Warehouse just has a certain energy to it. It's hard to fucking explain. One of my viewers was telling me that it's owned and operated by people in bands. I forget who he said it was, and I really should have done a little bit more research before coming on here if this is what I was going to talk about. But none of that really matters to the tier list that I'm doing, because this is all about Pit Pros, not just like the general fucking venue itself. So for these videos, 1720 Warehouse, I fucking love it. It is a GOAT tier venue. And I'm just realizing right here, there is no New York or Boston or Florida representation on this whole list. I might have to do a part 2. Because for the next one, we're staying in LA and we're going to be talking about the Lodge Room. Now this venue is kind of like a mix between Chain Reaction and the Warehouse to me. It's big, it's open, the stage is nice, but it's normally lit like a concert and not like a show. And let me explain what that means. When you're lighting for a concert, you know, you have the house lights down, you have like the spotlights and the different kind of filters on the lights, and a show just has all the house lights up. It feels just like the lights are on, you know, so you can see everything that's going on, and the band and the audience really have the opportunity to connect with one another in the room. I'm sure the Lodge Room is an amazing venue to play, and I'm sure that it's a lot of fun to go to as a fucking audience member, but to me, it's a mid-tier venue. Okay, we gotta go back to Philadelphia for a bit and talk about the Franklin Music Hall, formerly known as the Electric Factory. Now, all the sets that I've seen from this venue were from the festival This Is Hardcore, and I always loved it. Like, the stage is big and open, has lots of room for the fucking slammers and fans to join them up on the stage. You're not crowding the band can still go crazy. The venue itself is massive and can fit a whole bunch of insanity, and it's just a really great venue to watch a show be performed in. Look at this circle pit that's going down right now. It's actually a thing of beauty. So I gotta put the Franklin Music Hall, the Electric Factory, right here in a near perfect tier. The last 2 entries on this list are where we've seen all the sets from the LDB Festival and the FYA Festival over the last couple years. That is until the new LDB sets are dropped. But this venue here in Louisville, Kentucky is called the Riot Skate Park. This was the venue that was home to the very first couple episodes of Pit Pros. This is what got the ball rolling. There is no way I can look at this venue and not get emotional knowing what this fucking place meant to this channel and me personally. And I've never even been there. I'm so far away from this place, but none of that matters, man. I love this place. This is a GOAT tier venue to me. Now, the last venue on this tier list is the most recent venue to join us here on Pit Pros. It's the Brian Glazer Family Jewish Community Center from Tampa, Florida. Oh yeah, so I guess there is Florida representation on this list. Just no New York or Boston. This venue is kind of a funny venue to me because it does just seem like a big open conference room with like a carpeted area. I don't know, it does not seem like a place for a hardcore show. It seems like more of a venue where you're gonna get together and have like a really big bar mitzvah for the mayor's son or something, you know? But because of how big it is, how open it is, how well lit it is, and because it doesn't seem like a hardcore venue at all, I gotta put this thing up at the very top of the GOAT tier. I couldn't believe how great of a venue this was for capturing the slam action, for capturing the band. It was just an overall hilarious place to have a hardcore festival. So that's it. That's 9 venues. That's part 1. I think I'm gonna need to do a part 2 that's just like all New York. So yeah, how many of these venues have you personally been to? And how would you rank them from a fucking show going perspective? That's gonna be about it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe, hit the bell, drop this in a group chat somewhere, and until my next upload, watch another upload.